Now, your official weather forecast.
This afternoon, partly sunny with a high 58. Clear to partly cloudy skies for tonight with a low 38. Cloudy and cooler tomorrow, breezy in the afternoon with a high 46. And Monday, cloudy and breezy with times of snow and rain and a high of 38. AccuWeather's Minutecast has expanded to 4 hours. Download the newly redesigned app today. I'm Gregory Patrick on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
Tell me why Relief Factor is so successful in lowering or eliminating pain. I'm often asked that question. Pete and Seth Talbot, the father and son founders of Relief Factor, tell me they believe our bodies were designed to heal. That's right, designed to heal, and now I agree. The doctors who formulated Relief Factor for Pete and Seth selected the 4 best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with inflammation. That's correct. Each of the 4 ingredients deal with inflammation on a different metabolic pathway. That right there. Approaching your pain from 4 different angles may very well be why so many Americans find such wonderful pain relief. If you have back pain, shoulder, neck, hip, knee, or foot pain from exercise or even just getting older, you must order the 3-week Quick Start now. Discounted to only $19.95 to see if it will work for you too. I think it could. Give your body what it needs to heal itself. Go to ReliefFactor.com, call 800-500-8384. ReliefFactor.com.
Hi, it's Steve Cortez. By now, you've all heard me talk about MyPillow and how it's changed the way I sleep. You've probably seen the stories that some big box retailers are caving under pressure from progressives to take MyPillow products off their shelves. Well, for a limited time, Mike is offering his premium MyPillows. Yes, the ones that started it all for his lowest price ever. You can get a queen size premium MyPillow, regularly $69.98, now for only $29.98. That's a $40 savings. Folks, now is the time to buy. You can show your support for this great American company by ordering from MyPillow today. Don't let cancel culture win. $29.98 for a queen-size premium MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com and click on the radio listener square. You'll also find deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the Giza Dream bed sheets, MyPillow mattress toppers, and MyPillow towel sets. Or call 800-489-0201 and use the promo code STEVE.
MyPillow.com.
Your business is ready for a reboot, a recharge. The way our companies operate has changed. The changes haven't been easy, but there's help. The marketing team at Salem Surround gives you the tools needed to stand out and be visible to current and potential customers online right now looking for what you do. We can design a plan that targets potential customers with proven marketing strategies. Learn more at surroundchicago.com. That's surroundchicago.com. Connecting you with new customers.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I am your host, John Anthony. I'm so much better than, so much more livelier. I got a lot more energy than I had last week. Last week, I drove in from Clay County like 5 hours. I left about 6 o'clock, I think, that morning, 7 o'clock that morning, and drove straight here to the studio. So I was like beyond gone. So thanks so much for tuning in this week. I think we're going to have a great show. Guess who I got back in the studio, guys? Uh-oh. 2 people who, you know, let me, you know what? I'm going to leave him for last because he played me. He played me. We're not going to be too concerned about the hitman just yet.
Ladies first. Ladies first. Anyway.
But if you guys remember, I believe back in October of, was that 2019? Because
yes.
No. We did it by video, so it was during COVID.
No.
Yeah, it was. We did it by video.
I was
you came
here.
in.
I came
That's right.
in. It was
Newsflash.
before.
That's
We're
right.
still in COVID.
We're still in COVID.
You're still in COVID. I've been living my life. I haven't stopped living my life.
COVID stopped January 21st. Okay.
You're right.
Hello.
COVID. Well, I'm not.
The Democrats solved it with Joe Biden and his 2 German shepherds. It
It's a
ended
long
in-
introduction. It's a
Yeah,
long
it is.
introduction.
It's very long. You see that?
We ain't got no names
Man,
yet.
good Lord. People don't even know who we're talking to. No.
Spend the whole segment.
But
Get that name out.
winding, not
Yes.
winding. I called her
K
winding.
catastrophe.
I
I'm
called
here.
her winding. Did you say catastrophe?
Yeah, K catastrophe.
I like that. That's your nickname.
Yeah, that's it.
K catastrophe winding.
Yes.
Welcome back to Black and White. How are you? How have you been?
I am great.
I've seen you cause all type of trouble on social media, but that's the catastrophe part.
Yeah, that's the catastrophe. I have to keep up with Patrick.
Oh boy.
Ha ha.
Now that deep Haitian voice you hear is none other than Patrick
The Hitman
Brutus.
The Hitman is back, y'all. The Hitman is back on 560 AM live in the studio. I got
You
my
know
man
this being a
George in
homeboy
the back
yourself.
producing today's segment. There you go. Macbeth is here. It's all good.
You're also known as on social media Confessions of a Frustrated Democrat.
Yeah, so shout out to
The Black Table.
The Black Table.
keep it going, and my personal page at Patrick Brutus. But listen, I'll tell you, shout out to John Anthony, the infatigable superstar of
Ooh, big
conservative
words.
radio here in Chicago in this number 2 market in the country, for setting me up with my own page.
3.
And I tell you that, well, number 2.
In your book.
We're going to shoot.
Okay.
It's with a
Okay,
bullet.
Go ahead.
5:60 a.m. with a bullet next to it. It's going up. So to the people who have been following me on the Confessions of a Frustrated Democrat page that John Anthony helped me launch, he took ownership of it, told me to get off my butt
I did.
and move in that
'Cause
direction.
you were slacking.
Yeah, John, I want to thank you seriously,
welcome.
for directing my audience to a premium page, so they can get unfiltered content.
That's right.
Because I do post a lot, and so I'll post confessions, and then I'll post some other stuff, and my message for that day will get pushed down. And so I want to thank you, John, for getting me,
Where's
a
the
square
flowers,
one.
the confetti?
Yeah,
George,
where's the
where's the
music?
violin, George? Where's the violin?
Yeah, put that music on, Macbeth. We need some,
Oh, it is a disaster.
Yeah, we missed the penalty shot. There it is. All right.
No.
But thanks, John. I'm happy to be back here
Yeah.
on the
Too,
studio.
I am
It's my
too.
first radio appearance since the
COVID?
election.
Oh, since
Yeah.
the election.
I've been in hibernation.
I mean, you were a celebrity. You were just everywhere. Yeah, you were on the Liberty Hour with Charles Love for forever, right?
Yeah. We had a really good run. We took over the Sean Show on Sunday. Then we started the Black Table, the three of
Right?
us,
Yeah.
with some other,
With some others,
superstars.
yeah.
So this is the reunion of sorts for us.
And even
Yeah.
the what did he call himself, Terrell? The
Oh,
what
he was
Democrat?
the dedicated,
dedicated
Democrat.
Oh,
Yeah.
TB. Shout out to Terrell Barnes out there
Yeah.
running for public office out in
What's he running
DuPage
for?
County. He's running for I think supervisor.
Supervisor.
Yeah.
the township?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he's running.
Wait, I
He's
thought he lived in Chicago.
dedicated
He's in
to-
DuPage.
No,
He's in
he's-
DuPage.
Oh, you know what?
He's a suburbanite just
I could
like
slap
you.
him on the back of
And
his
me.
neck. But he pretends as though he's a Chicagoan. He's big bad
No.
Chicagoan.
That's why we go at him so hard.
Oh,
we know
now
better.
I get it. Now I get it. I didn't know.
We knew better. Yeah.
Remember-
He's DuPage.
Remember the '80s group, The Pretenders?
George, you gotta find a song over Pretenders
Okay.
after the break, George.
There you go.
You gotta find a song.
Yeah, bring me
Yeah.
back.
No, but guys, there's just so much happening
There is.
in the news. I mean, we getting $1,400.
Wait. If you don't have any debtors coming after you, you're getting 14.
Really?
Don't be a buzzkill. Don't be a buzzkill, Kay.
Government
Yes.
debtors, right?
Well, it says private debtors. It said private, but think about it. This is the third stimulus. We've had 2 under Trump, and each time under Trump, he did not allow them to take our money.
Yeah.
If you owed anything, they could not touch you, and that was even
The stimulus
that
could
was
not be
even
garnished.
it could not be garnished. That was even the IRS, student loans.
Right.
They did not touch you.
Wait, so you're telling me that Trump, the
yes,
the
Orange
ogre,
man bad.
the
Yes.
ogre,
The misogynistic.
the dummy, as people like to
the
say.
one who suffered from dementia.
Oh, Trump was the one that suffered.
Yes,
Yeah,
and who ran
yeah.
away from his
Oh.
military service.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, the one who really didn't go to
Yeah.
college.
Here's a question though.
Not
I mean,
really a
The
billionaire.
grabber,
He's
the
not really a
grabber.
billionaire.
Here's something we've talked about. Do you notice how the deflection happens because it's normally the person that's doing it who when they deflect onto the person what they're actually doing.
Mm-hmm.
Every single thing that they said about Trump, Biden is done. Look. Did you ever think that you would wake up and you would see a video, or if you've been to D.C., you see D.C. surrounded by a fence, a wall. Walls work? Barriers work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are literally
They're
locking
more
themselves in a
barricaded than the
cage.
border.
Yes.
Yeah, they lock themselves in a cage.
Yeah.
So
Cages are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cages.
no,
they like
no,
cages.
no,
They
no.
like cages.
No,
now.
Fences are bad. Cages are bad.
But remember, they're jails now, though.
Oh yeah.
They're not cages.
No,
the
no.
kids that are locked down and down by the border, they're in jails now. They're
no,
not in
John,
cages.
John, no, listen. No, it's not a jail. They are
Detention
they're,
centers.
they're called
Oh.
humane preservation areas.
Yes, that's what they're called.
Wait.
They're humane preservation areas. Write that down.
Projection.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But they also deflect what they're doing through projection.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's not even the
Anybody-
politicians.
Okay.
You can go on Patrick's page. Yesterday he posted about the stimulus, right? I counterpost and I say, well, I put the article. I didn't even comment. I just posted the article about debtors, private debtors being able to come and take your stimulus pay.
Yeah.
One of his followers, well, okay, only if you have a court, it has to be a court garnishment. And I said, I know that, but the point is,
Yeah.
people have had their cases already thrown into
Right.
court before COVID.
it came out, yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
So now you're telling me after going through all of this, maybe lose your job, trying to really, people are living beyond paycheck to paycheck these days, right?
Yeah.
And so now you're going to tell me the $1,400 that I've been waiting all this time for, that you promised that you were going to do better.
2,000.
Oh,
2,000.
Trump
2,000.
said
2,000.
Yeah, you said 2,000. Well, then,
Joe said 2,000 if we flip Georgia.
yeah, that's what Joe
He
said.
promised.
Yes, that's what Joe said. But see now,
Democrats
Joe,
don't lie,
and then
though.
if you read it, I read
No.
somewhere that it was if he wanted that to avoid the debtors from getting your money, he could have put that in because, from my understanding, it was put in the prior 2 times.
Well, maybe they're paying off their friends. I mean, come on. But you know what? That's why the next segment, that's one of the reasons why I invited Congresswoman Mary Miller to come onto the show to talk to us about what's actually in the $1.9 trillion.
break it down.
Who's
Fat.
actually, of course, nothing but pork in it. We know that.
lot of
Not
pork.
9%. Only 9% of the $1.9 trillion is actually going toward COVID-related recovery.
But see, they can say, because I read the bill, they can say that, black farmers who are only black farmers.
John,
Am I starting some stuff
stop
with
it.
Yeah.
If we go down the black farmer
Black
rabbit hole, we're going to
farmer.
find out some interesting things.
Yeah, I only
It's
know
not all
one
that.
black
Believe me, I
farmer.
broke it down this
Yeah.
morning. I was reading it this morning. I didn't post about it yet, but yes, there's
So
a
what-
rabbit hole on the black farmer.
Yeah,
So my grandfather was a hood farmer, so would he have qualified?
no, he probably wouldn't.
He wouldn't have qualified, okay.
No, he
No,
probably
seriously, my
wouldn't.
grandfather had hood lots.
Yeah,
He farmed corn. I'm not lying. And we were
Well,
out there.
I grew greens and cabbage and all that. So I'm a black farmer
Come
too,
on,
right?
Come, I
gonna
identify as a black farmer.
I
How
do
about
too.
that?
I do too.
I think
I
Patrick, what's
think,
wrong with that?
we're all eligible today. But here, I'm going to read some of the
You got the 20 seconds. Go ahead.
listen. So it'll just be an introduction of the funds of the Commodity Credit Corporation, which is the $1.9 trillion, right? And that amount, which is $5 billion, attributed or allocated for black farmers. $30 million will be allocated for fiscal year 2019 and 2020. So it's backdated.
So it's backdated?
Yep.
Oh, they paying off some people.
And then $35 million for fiscal year 21.
Patrick.
$40 million for fiscal year 2022. Yep, we'll come back.
Oh, they're paying off some people. Hey guys, you see, this is gonna be an explosion today. I got my boy Hitman and the Catastrophe K Whining in the building. Congresswoman Mary Miller up next. You listening to Black and White on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. We'll be right back.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
There's more spread of fecal matter to the mouth to spread COVID than there is droplets.
I don't know who those people are hanging out with, but those are not my friends. We got the Chinese anal swabs that are going to be popularized at the airports.
Soon coming to a neighborhood near you, as well as the drive-through anal swab.
Can you pull a little closer to the window, sir? Yes.
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gevalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
Does it feel like your house is getting smaller every day? Like the walls are closing in around you? If you're like most people, you're spending more time at home working, entertaining friends and family, and even doing e-learning with the kids. What if you can improve your lifestyle by turning your unfinished basement into a whole new world? Hi, I'm Nick Richmond, proud founder of the area's largest basement finishing company, Matrix Basement Systems. We've finished over 6,000 basements, and every single space is unique. We tailor the design, the planning, and the build-out around your needs and your lifestyle. Whether you're in need of a home gym, a home office, a theater area for movie night, or a lower-level bar for entertaining friends on a weekend, we've got you covered. For you loyal AM 560 listeners, we're also offering 60 months of interest-free financing. That's right, 5 years of free money towards your long-overdue basement finishing project. Don't keep putting it off. You don't have to. It's time to get you and your family that extra living space you deserve. Check us out online at mymatrixbasement.com. That's mymatrixbasement.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I went to my dentist, and my dentist goes, "Oh, your gums are so good now." And I said, "Well, I'm taking this stuff called Balance of Nature." And she pulls out a bottle. And she goes, "Oh, you want some?" And they were all hooked on it. It's really good.
I have cut down on supplements so much with this because it's giving me a balance, and I can tell it. And I can really definitely see a difference in energy, stamina, and I'm sure that if that's doing better, the inside of me is doing better.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code CHICAGO.
Black and Right continues on AM 560. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the hit band and the catastrophe. Woo! That's a dynamite combination.
Boom.
Patrick, Brutus, and Kay Winding. That was a very good first segment. You know.
WMD.
Oh, boom.
The weapon of mass destruction.
You know, we've been talking about, you know, the stimulus, the $1.9 trillion. Hoff Daddy, can you play that audio clip? That, I mean, it's like, where are we? Is this still America?
You know, you've often heard me say before, I talk about the longest walk any parent can make is up a short flight of stairs to his child's bedroom to say, "I'm sorry, I lost my job. Can't be here anymore." Like my dad told me when he lost his job in Scranton. So many of you have had to make that same walk this past year. You lost your job. You closed your business, facing eviction, homelessness, hunger, a loss of control.
Wow.
You know, you've often heard me say,
a loss of control. How do we get to this point? We got to this point because we had dictators and local governments and states bringing complete annihilation to our states and to our local municipalities. And the other night, I spoke about, I was speaking in Clay County, and I had the privilege of sitting with Congresswoman Mary Miller and her husband, State Representative Chris Miller. And I said, we talked, and then her and I have been trading social media messages. And I said, I got to have you on Saturday because you were there. You know, you were there in the midst. I'm sure most of the people the stimulus, they didn't even read the bill. Joining us right now is Congresswoman Mary Miller, who represents the 15th Congressional District. How are you doing, Congresswoman?
I'm doing great. Thank you, John, for having me on. But I do want to clarify, thank you for addressing me as Congresswoman, but I am a citizen representative.
Oh, I love it.
I believe our founding fathers intended for us not to have all career politicians and lawyers representing us. So I'm coming from the farm. I'm a mom and a grandma and an educator, and I'm going to fight this. It's everything they're doing out there is radical.
Wow.
Congratulations. I love that approach.
Yeah, thank you.
I love that approach. And then when you're done, you'll go back home and let somebody else lead. That's wonderful.
Exactly.
The citizen actually serves and then goes back home.
Yes.
And it doesn't make a career.
She said a citizen representative.
I love it.
I love it. So, Citizen Representative Miller, this is Mark Anthony talking to you. I'm sorry.
I can tell.
What's actually in this monstrosity of a 1.9 trillion with a T stimulus bill?
Well, first of all, it's definitely not a stimulus bill. I think just the titles of the bills that they're ramming through show what liars and hypocrites they are. It's not COVID relief. It's not going to stimulate our economy. We're calling it Pelosi's payoff to progressives. It's $1.9 trillion.
Wow.
We still have $1 trillion that's not spent of COVID money, but of this $1.9 trillion, only 9% is going to go to anything related to COVID, and 1% to the vaccine. It's a total sham. All I can say is they have opened the coffers and they are throwing money into the wind. And, here our debt is nearing $30 trillion, which I really don't think most of us can wrap our minds around that. But I am so concerned about what we're leaving our children and grandchildren. And the Democrats are leaving the Republicans out of debates out there. They've rejected every amendment that we offered, which would have brought some kind of accountability to this.
Wow.
And, I'm on the Education and Labor Committee, and during our markup, I actually offered an amendment which would allow parents whose students are not allowed, they are not being offered in-person classes right now, to take their federal funding elsewhere.
Yeah.
And I added up, this proposal is going to give schools another $129 billion. And then last spring they got $13.2 billion in the CARES Act and $54 billion in December's bipartisan splurge.
And the thing
that's
here is
$194 billion without requiring schools to have in-person classes. 43% of American children are still not in school, and that just breaks my heart.
Yeah.
And actually, I sat on the airplane next to a woman from Arlington, Virginia. She has 7 children like me, and she said in Arlington, their schools still are not open. And she has 5 boys and then 2 girls. She said it has been a disaster. Her 4 older boys are all flunking. She said her older son was a straight-A student, and he is flunking.
Wow. If you
but
just
it
joined
is just not working.
If you're just joining us, we're talking with Citizen Representative Mary Miller, who's joined the show. Go ahead, Patrick.
Congressman, you laid out a lot of poison pills in this bill, and I know our listeners appreciate it. I'm Patrick Burtis. I also ran for Congress twice as a Democrat in the Chicago area, and I'm glad that you won. And you actually, yes, thank you. You actually have peeled the onion on this bill, and you've exposed it as a scam, as a sham, and what I want you to talk about, if you could, one, we get back to education. It's very important that all this money is going to our education, and unfortunately, our schools are still not open. But also lay out a little bit of the timeline of the money being actually put into this bill, that it doesn't all pay out in this fiscal year. This is a bill that will pay out indefinitely, and this is another way the Democrats have secured pipeline for payoffs for an extended period of time, and our country can't afford to continue to do business this way. What do you say to the people about that, Rep?
Okay. Well, it's just bottom line, it is such an insult to all hardworking taxpayers. And in light of course, I'm on the Education and Labor Committee. I do know that the major portion of the money the schools are being given will not be spent in 2021. Wow. Like this is supposed to be emergency relief, right. COVID payoff. It's going to be spent in 2022 and beyond. And it's fungible, which means they can use it for whatever. Yeah. And there's just such a lack of accountability with this. There's so much here. It's welfare expansion. It's, millions for like National Endowment for Arts. We're giving $13 billion. That's billion with a B for foreign assistance. Oh, yeah. And of course, we're bailing out Illinois left out because Illinois, California, New York, Chicago are being bailed out.
Yeah. And Congresswoman, we're sending $1.8 billion to the Chicago Public Schools with no reforms, no efficiency requirements. Just, hey, here's $1.8 billion. Do as you please with it.
Well, the CEO got a raise.
So presumably with no restrictions and this money being unrestricted, that really opens the door for a lot of potential more malfeasance.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So,
but not only that, not to interrupt you, Congresswoman Miller.
Go ahead.
But just to add to that, like right now, our students, Chicago Public School, they've been home, remote learning, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would think as much money as they received, every student should have been provided a laptop.
Right.
Every student should have been provided a laptop, but they weren't.
Wow.
So what are you doing with all this money besides giving yourself
Well, they're paying
raise?
off the pensions and all that. But Congressman Miller, I also want to give you save reserve time for you. You introduced the bill. Do you mind explaining what the bill was that you just recently introduced?
Sure. Well, last month the Democrats passed the Equality Act. Here again, we have another bill which is hypocritical in the title. So it should be called the Inequality Act. The one group that's being left out of what they're doing out there is anybody that holds traditional American values. So this bill is going to force schools, both public and private, churches, hospitals, businesses, and other institutions to recognize the individual's chosen gender instead of their biological sex.
Wow.
So as a result, women and girls are going to be forced to share bathrooms, locker rooms, showers in women's shelters.
Wow.
They're going to have to allow biological men who identify as women in. It's going to affect adoption and foster agencies. They're either going to be forced to abandon their beliefs or they're going to have to shut down. So, and then also,
you got
very
15 seconds.
egregiously, it's going to affect girls' athletics. So I introduced a bill called the Safety and Opportunity for Girls Act that creates a clear definition of sex based on biology and genetics.
Yeah. Well, Congresswoman, where can people find you? Because I think there are a lot of people that might be interested in this bill. Where can people follow you and all those things?
Well, they can go to my Facebook, Congresswoman Mary Miller, or I've got a Twitter account and Instagram also.
Congresswoman Mary Miller, thanks so much for joining Black and Right. You know you're more than welcome here. Citizen representative, I forgot. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
All right, no problem. You're listening to Black and Right on AM 560 Answer. I'm John Anthony. We'll be right back.
Fox News, I'm Roger Stern. A protest today in Louisville, Kentucky, marking the one-year anniversary of the killing of Breonna Taylor. She's the 26-year-old black woman shot to death by 3 Louisville cops during a raid gone bad. Demonstrators had this message for the local Commonwealth attorney.
We're here to tell him to do his job and prosecute the police officers that murdered Breonna Taylor.
Police were serving a search warrant. No officer has been charged in Taylor's death. On a less serious note, Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez say yesterday's New York Post report that they had split up is not true.
The superstar couple dubbed J-Rod told TMZ, all the reports are inaccurate. We are working through some things.
Fox's Michelle Polino. America is listening to Fox News.
I'm David Hochberg. It's Saturday.
and you want to sell your home to a family member. You've heard about giving a gift of equity to those purchasing your home for the down payment and closing cost, but you're just not sure how it works, which is why you need to call Team Hochberg, your trusted local lender. Team Hochberg has helped thousands of listeners use the gift of equity to purchase a home, but we can't help if you don't call 855-563-2843 or visit 56david.com. Homeside Financial Legal Housing Lender, NMLS 1124061. It's David Hochberg. It's Saturday. You're heading to your parents to leave them money you don't have so they can pay their mortgage. You've heard how we've helped listeners secure reverse mortgage loans to reduce the financial burden on themselves and their family. For reverse mortgage loan information, call Team Hochberg, 855-56-DAVID, or visit 56david.com. Team Hochberg has helped thousands of listeners, but we can't help if you don't call 855-563-2843 or visit 56david.com. Homeside Financial Legal Housing Lender, NMLS 1124061.
Salem Surround Chicago is currently offering an exceptional opportunity for a digital-savvy, highly motivated sales professional to join our advertising team, selling our digital marketing solutions to local, small to medium-sized businesses. The ideal candidate will be a goal-oriented, relentless hunter, driven to win new business and have a track record exceeding monthly goals. As a media strategist, you'll be in the field every day, meeting with businesses, creating strategies to grow their business using our full portfolio of broadcast and digital marketing solutions. You should have at least 3 years of digital experience, proven success in sales, and a knowledge of how to buy digital ads for local businesses. We offer a competitive salary plus commission based on experience and full benefits package including paid holidays and vacation. Let's talk. Visit salemmedia.com and click on careers. salemmedia.com and click on careers to apply online. See how Salem is different. Salem Media Group is an equal opportunity employer. College basketball fans, the NCAA tournament is your favorite time of the year. Game-winning, buzzer-beating shots, Cinderella programs knocking off dynasty programs. The NCAA tournament is known for drama and inspiration. In recent years, one of the little-known inspiring stories was the rise of UConn's basketball program under Hall of Fame coach Jim Calhoun. Born to Lead is the newest film on Salem Now, showcasing the Jim Calhoun and UConn story. From losing his father at a young age, instantaneously becoming the man of his family as a teenager, to his rise through the coaching ranks and eventually leading UConn to 3 NCAA championships. Born to Lead features interviews with Mike Krzyzewski, Jim Boeheim, and former UConn and NBA superstars Richard Hamilton and Ray Allen. Get ready for this year's NCAA tournament by watching Born to Lead, available at salemnow.com. Don't miss Born to Lead at salemnow.com. Use the promo code Chicago for savings. That's promo code Chicago to save at salemnow.com.
Tell me why Relief Factor is so successful in lowering or eliminating pain. I'm often asked that question. Pete and Seth Talbot, the father and son founders of Relief Factor, tell me they believe our bodies were designed to heal. That's right, designed to heal. And now I agree. The doctors who formulated Relief Factor for Pete and Seth selected the 4 best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with inflammation. That's correct. Each of the 4 ingredients deal with inflammation on a different metabolic pathway. That right there, approaching your pain from 4 different angles, may very well be why so many Americans find such wonderful pain relief. If you have back pain, shoulder, neck, hip, knee, or foot pain from exercise or even just getting older, you must order the 3-week Quick Start now. Discounted to only $19.95 to see if it will work for you too. I think it could. Give your body what it needs to heal itself. Go to ReliefFactor.com, call 800-500-8384. ReliefFactor.com.
It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the hitman himself, Patrick Brutus, and the catastrophe, WMD, Kay Winey.
Ready to rumble. Ready to rumble.
So, wow. You know, Congresswoman or citizen representative, Mary Miller, I had a really good time with her and her husband. We went over a ton of issues and things that were affecting. And, you know, she's a Naperville resident. Oh. She's born in Oak Park, but went to Naperville, I believe it's Central, I think it was. Mm-hmm. You know, Naperville has been in the news lately.
Yeah, I love it out there. I do.
Yeah, you know what?
It.
It's a great, I'm literally a hop, skip, and a jump away from Naperville, where I live out in Joliet. And I don't know, Patrick. I mean, if it's not Coca-Cola, now it's schools who are basically saying that if you ain't black, you're racist.
Well, here's the headline, John. Illinois teachers shamed for color of their skin in taxpayer-sponsored anti-racist training. This is a humdinger, people.
It really is. It really is. It's beyond anything. And when you look at that article was written by our next guest, who's he writes for thefederalist.com, a place that I go almost every single week to prep for my radio show. Gabe Kaminsky, welcome to Black and Right.
Hey, thanks for having me.
When I read your article, I was floored because I was like, what the heck is happening in Naperville, Illinois? This used to be a very red area. DuPage, it's part of DuPage County, which was a really, really red area. And when I saw that, I said to myself, wow. But I guess what I want to say to you first, I think we have to clarify the term racist first. From my understanding of a racist, is somebody who prejudges, it's a prejudiced person of another race. And in many cases, that racist, that they deem inferior. So to say that all whites that accept that are actively participating in either overt or covert racism is in and of itself racist. What are your thoughts on that?
No, absolutely, John. And I think that racism means judging people based on the color of their skin. It's pretty simple. It's judging people for their biological factors and not taking into account their independent nature as a human being and their uniqueness. And so you're perfectly right that this sort of training, it is presupposing that all white people are inherently racist because they're white.
Yeah.
Right. Patrick?
Listen, hey, Gabe, pleasure to have you here. I'm Patrick Brutus. I'm co-hosting with John today. He's giving me a little chance to be.
Oh boy, here we go.
Side saddle. But so this article, what I found interesting is this idea of an anti-racist coach. Now, District 203, they brought in a anti-racist coach. Just last month. So this is like hot off the news, and much of what happened during that, I think, forms a lot of the basis for your article. And so. Can you tell us a little bit about what this anti-racist coach went into to, program or deprogram what's going on in District 203? Let's talk a little bit more about that and that component of the article.
Yeah. So, the school district as a whole, they hosted this sort of equity countywide institute. And the keynote speaker, her name was Dina Simmons. She's sort of given TED Talks across the country on this topic of anti-racism, which is legitimately just racism, right? It's just judging people based on the color of their skin. So some of the anonymous teachers I've spoken to who most certainly, tell me the importance of remaining anonymous because they have explained the extent to which the district is unwilling to hear sort of any conservative or just rational external opinions to the notion that that systemic racism is real and that, America is foundationally an awful place.
Right. And her premise is if you do not embrace racial justice, then you're a white supremacist. Then you support racism. And so the inclination is a false premise because, here I'm a black guy. I love being black. And I would need to get a clearer definition of what racial injustice is for me to know whether or not I am actually embracing white supremacy.
Yeah, I mean, some of the main ideas, right? So Simmons and this 9 other speakers, Valbrun Consulting Group, and these other sort of anti-racist speakers, right? They're just communicating that everyone needs to be sort of implicitly cured of their bigoted nature because they were born a certain way, and that's very dangerous to teach educators who are going to presumably the idea is to teach kids that.
Right. And Gabe, I want to hold you over for the break because because they doubled down after your article was written. The original article was written. They came back and doubled down, basically saying your article means nothing. We're still going to stand behind what we believe. Now, Here I am. Listen. I have a Make America Great hat. I voted for Trump, so Biden said I ain't black. So I guess this will probably, and I'm half white. So I guess this will probably.
Yeah, you qualify.
I'm all messed up.
Yes, you sir
need
are a
training.
white supremacist.
I am. So, Gabe, when we come back from break, I want to talk about the doubling down on standing firm from the Naperville School District 203. Hey, you listening to Black and White on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. More with Gabe Kaminsky from thefederalist.com up next.
Does it feel like your house is getting smaller every day? Like the walls are closing in around you? If you're like most people, you're spending more time at home working, entertaining friends and family, and even doing e-learning with the kids. What if you could improve your lifestyle by turning your unfinished basement into a whole new world? Hi, I'm Nick Richmond, proud founder of the area's largest basement finishing company, Matrix Basement Systems. We've finished over 6,000 basements, and every single space is unique. We tailor the design, the planning, and the build-out around your needs and your lifestyle. Whether you're in need of a home gym, a home office, a theater area for movie night, or a lower-level bar for entertaining friends on a weekend, we've got you covered. For you loyal AM 560 listeners, we're also offering 60 months of interest-free financing. That's right, 5 years of free money towards your long overdue basement finishing project. Don't keep putting it off. You don't have to. It's time to get you and your family that extra living space you deserve. Check us out online at mymatrixbasement.com. That's mymatrixbasement.com.
Hi, it's Steve Cortez. By now, you've all heard me talk about MyPillow and how it's changed the way I sleep. You've probably seen the stories that some big box retailers are caving under pressure from progressives to take MyPillow products off their shelves. Well, for a limited time, Mike is offering his premium MyPillows. Yes, the ones that started it all for his lowest price ever. You can get a queen-size premium MyPillow, regularly $69.98, now for only $29.98. That's a $40 savings. Folks, now is the time to buy. You can show your support for this great American company by ordering from MyPillow today. Don't let cancel culture win. $29.98 for a queen-size premium MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com and click on the radio listener square. You'll also find deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the Giza Dream bed sheets, MyPillow mattress toppers, and MyPillow towel sets. Or call 800-489-0201 and use the promo code STEVE.
MyPillow.com. Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule. Changing the world, one life at a time.
I bust my butt 16, 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I needed to do something. Wasn't sure what. Did a lot of research, and most health products pass through our digestive system with very little, if any, benefit. But I have your 2 bottles of Balance of Nature, the fruits and the veggies, and it's time that people discover this product because it is real, and I see noticeable results. I'm taking Balance of Nature, and I'm getting healthy. I'm reaching a new balance in health. So let's get the word out. Let's get you guys out there and running.
Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code CHICAGO.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
No, I'm kidding. Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. Joyce doesn't
You
let
ain't
me
black.
sing. I know this. I'm ish. Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with Patrick, the Hitman Brutus, and Kay, the Catastrophe Winding, WMD. Before the break, we were talking with Gabe Kaminsky. He's a writer for thefederalist.com. Guys, if you've never been to thefederalist.com, please go there. I promise you, my show wouldn't survive without thefederalist.com because, there's truth tellers over there. Gabe, when you originally wrote the article, a week later, I believe, they came back and doubled down. I also saw some of the things that were Dina Simmons on her Twitter page. She was very gleeful. And one of the things they said, listen to this PowerPoint. Make America Great Again is covert racism comparable to the N-word, hate crimes, lynching, and the KKK. Gabe, you can't make this stuff up. What are your thoughts about that? Did we lose Gabe? Hey, Gabe. Hold on, Gabe. I think we lost Gabe.
Well, the article, John, is
Can you hear
full
me?
of.
There he
He's
is.
here.
There he is. Go
He's
ahead,
here.
Gabe.
Yeah.
Did you hear my
Sorry about
question?
that. So, sorry, could you repeat the question, John?
Sure. They doubled down. A week later, they came out with you after your article. They doubled down. I also saw Dina Simmons in her Twitter account. She was very gleeful. But one of the things about the PowerPoint that really got to me, it says one PowerPoint slide said the term "Make America Great Again" is covert racism comparable to the N-word, hate crimes, lynching, and the KKK. Well, I guess as a black man, I'm part of that system. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, Gabe. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I find it very dangerous. I've been covering other education stories across the country, and this stuff is legitimately happening in places everywhere. I just did a story about Berea College in Kentucky, which is hosting an event that says people who support Trump are, quote, terrorists, white terrorists. So, this is very, very insane stuff. And I mean, it almost leaves you speechless to think that people should say that being a Republican would make you such an, equivalent to saying the N-word, which is the worst slur you could say in probably the English language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Gabe. This is Kay. I'm glad that you brought up your last statement when you said being a Republican, because that's what I was going to ask you about. The way I see all of this, I think they're using the word racist, racism. It's now a buzzword, right? I believe because of Trump's his term, and not only his term, I think now what feared them the most is the fact that he had 75 million supporters, right? And they want to group everyone who voted for Trump as racist because they're using it as a tool of fear, right? Because that's going to demonize those voters for Trump, but to also try to collect and bring about voters in their own pool. Because let's face it, is the Democratic Party really a solidified party? Like you have, like here in the city of Chicago, the turnout is not what it should be for this to be a blue state, a city with a blue city within a blue state. So the turnout itself is not there. Right. It's low. And so I think they're using this as a way to destroy the Republicans, especially the 75 million who supported Trump, as well as to help solidify their own. It's like they're using it as a tool of fear. And I mean, you can tell me what you think. It's a buzzword.
No, I think that's a fantastic articulation of it, because as you see, the left, they want to use what happened on January 6th with the Capitol, and they want to say that that very small group of, sort of crazy people who breached the Capitol represents the entire Republican Party and the whole Trump coalition, which is just demonstrably false,
Mm-hmm.
Well, Gabe, you know what? You're doing a yeoman's work. Anytime that I see your articles from here on out, I'm going to be posting them because it's hard to tell the truth in today's age without being canceled. And I really, 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 really thank you for your bravery in tackling something like this, especially in a blue state like Illinois. So thank you so much for coming on Black and Right. And where can people find you and find your works?
Yeah, you can find my work at thefederalist.com, and you can follow me on Twitter at Gabe__Kaminsky.
Gabe Kaminsky, thanks so much for joining Black and Right. Gosh, you're a brave soul.
Thanks, Gabe.
Thanks a lot for having me.
All right.
Thanks, Gabe.
But, who created the term? We're talking this during the break. Mm-hmm. Who was it that said, now we probably get a lot of pushback and we ain't blacks for this, but when did it become a term that says black people can't be racist? Because the very definition of racism is meaning you're putting your color, the color of your skin, above and superior than anybody else. Come on, please.
Well, I might get killed for this. I said that I believe it's black people who say black people cannot be racist. But it's no different from in the 60s and the 50s, the KKK. Yeah. Those white men, they said that they weren't racist either, right?
Yeah, right?
But they were burning crosses. They were hanging people, right?
Yeah.
It was just They were running amok.
So how about this? How about the ever
Self-denial.
Yeah, the ever evolving and elastic definition of what racism is continues to, become a thing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And at the heart of it is racism. And this is a question for anyone who wants to answer. Is racism really more pro your ethnicity? Right?
Yeah.
I'm pro black. I grew up watching Good Times, John.
Yeah. Hold that thought for when we come back. Here's the deal. We want to cancel somebody. Let's cancel the entire Democrat Party who founded the KKK. Oops, I said it, and I'm not.
Cancel them.
Cancel them out. You're listening to Black and White on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. Hitman Catastrophe. We'll be right back.
Better sleep means a better you. That's why Mattress Firm came up with the Rest Assured promise, featuring the best mattresses from America's best mattress brands. Like the Tempur-Breeze collection, available now, with a $300 instant gift good towards your choice of sleep accessories. Visit with our sleep experts in-store, online, or by phone to find the right bed for you. Only at Mattress Firm, America's #1 Tempur-Pedic retailer. Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. Valid at participating locations only. For offer details, visit mattressfirm.com/sale.
I'm Dr. Baker, an ER physician. If you're having leg pain, swelling, or redness, but haven't talked to your doctor yet, don't wait. This could be deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot which could travel to your lungs and lead to a pulmonary embolism, which could cause chest pain or discomfort or difficulty breathing and be deadly. Your symptoms could mean something serious, so don't wait. Talk to a doctor right away, by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer. Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan all year long that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, and if you're 50 years old and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage whether you want the coverage or not. The least expensive ACA PPO health insurance plan is $540 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $8,550 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium down to $273 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $6,050 in total out-of-pocket cost per person with my lower deductible, and you save $267 per month with my lower premiums. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and White on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with Patrick the Hitman Brutus and Kay the Catastrophe Winding. I said it again. Winding. WMD.
No, we're all WMD.
Today we are.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Patrick, you're going to get a taste of a friend of the show. We go at it respectfully. But of course. Philip, what's up, my man?
Hey, what's up? Let me be real quick.
Here you go.
If somebody creates something, like white people have created racism, and then to later on try to run away from it because they, especially the descendants of those who benefited and profited from racism, to now turn around and try to tell black people, and especially this generation, I don't know why y'all buying it, that blacks can be racist without power, without land, without money, without influence, without all the things, the great businesses that were built off of the free labor, especially in the South. So to buy into this, to buy this argument that black people can be racist, just because, again, they have benefited so greatly, so they have the power, they can write it down and put it on the air, and they can.
Hey, Philip.
Real.
Yes, sir. May I pose a question? You said white people created racism?
Sure they did.
Are you familiar with the fights and the wars in Africa? The dark and the light-skinned black people?
And you want to say that?
No, I'm saying. So because remember, it's about believing that your skin color is superior than somebody else's. That's racism. We're talking about racism.
You're only, but Philip, you're only looking at the the idiom of racism in the context of who has power.
Correct.
Exactly.
And so whenever the power does eventually shift, because,
it's shifting.
We get our stimulus check, we're going to have some power pretty soon. And so we will have the power, right? Will racism then cease to exist because black folks can't be racist? According to your, narrow view of racism. And I'm not saying narrow is a bad thing. I'm just saying it seems like it's very limited and not able to expand, beyond color, because you're talking about racism in the context of power.
Let's look at South Africa just for a second. Even though Mandela was freed after 25 whatever years in jail, and he gets out and they make him the president, just like we had Obama, president of the nation. They didn't do anything with the financial disparities for the black South Africans or any blacks. And now that we're there taking the land, now they're saying that we're the racists because we want to get back to the original ideal of what Africa is the black nation.
But Philip, Mandela became the president. He was elected by the people. And if you say that after his election he didn't change the systems, then he himself failed the people. So are you going to now say that he, as president, just like Obama, who was president,
failed the people,
who was unable to, as the person with the most power, unable to change the system? When we say that Trump, who was the president for only 4 years, changed the system so much so that we have to now combat the racist systems that he encouraged and flourished in? I mean, like, where do we not acknowledge the power that the black people get? Yeah, let's
you got 20 seconds to answer that, Philip.
I'm just saying, look, even though Mandela became president, even though Obama became president, look who's behind him.
Come on, he's the president.
Right.
No, look at the Senate. Look at the United States Congress.
All right, 10 seconds.
Especially the senators.
Yeah. Thanks so much for
really?
Thanks for calling, Philip. Go ahead.
Is that the best we got?
Go ahead, Kay.
You know what? To me, racism to me is an individualized character flaw.
Yeah.
So to say that it's connected to power, for one, there's 3 levels to racism.
No.
It's institutionalized,
5 seconds.
internalized, and personally mediated.
Wow.
So it doesn't always need power.
You're listening to Black and White. We'll be back hour 2.
Tell me why Relief Factor is so successful in lowering or eliminating pain. I'm often asked that question. Pete and Seth Talbot, the father and son founders of Relief Factor, tell me they believe our bodies were designed to heal. That's right, designed to heal. And now I agree. The doctors who formulated Relief Factor for Pete and Seth selected the 4 best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with inflammation. That's correct. Each of the 4 ingredients deal with inflammation on a different metabolic pathway. That right there. Approaching your pain from 4 different angles may very well be why so many Americans find such wonderful pain relief. If you have back pain, shoulder, neck, hip, knee, or foot pain from exercise or even just getting older, you must order the 3-week quick start now. Discounted to only $19.95 to see if it will work for you too. I think it could. Give your body what it needs to heal itself. Go to ReliefFactor.com. Call 800-500-8384. ReliefFactor.com.
News, opinion, insight. This is AM 560 The Answer. WIND Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com on the AM 560 mobile app and on radio.com.
Getting a first-hand look at the southern border. I'm Joe Chiro, Fox News. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is leading a group of Republican lawmakers to the U.S.-Mexico border next week to investigate the ongoing migrant crisis. Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez is one of them.
In Rio Grande Valley and Del Rio sectors, they're getting overrun. There are 2 flights a day to go from the Rio Grande Valley to El Paso, right? They bring 2 flights of immigrants, over hundreds of immigrants come every day to El Paso County. And what is happening is it is spreading.
Illegal border crossings last month were nearly double those 1 year earlier. Capitol Police in Washington are asking for the National Guard to remain in place a bit longer.
Some National Guard officials think they're stretched too thin. The Pentagon announcing this week more than 2,000 troops will remain through mid-May. Those numbers are down from the immediate aftermath of the riots, but this deployment, it's getting costly, with officials telling Fox the mission may cost more than $500 million. The top lobbying organization for the National Guard, releasing a statement Friday writing, National Guard soldiers and airmen here in Washington need to return home to their families, civilian employers, and regular military obligations. They have completed their mission. They have made us all proud. It's time for local law enforcement to take it from here.
Fox's Mark Meredith. People are gathering today in Louisville to mark Breonna Taylor's death 1 year ago today. Taylor was shot to death when 4 officers entered her home during a drug investigation and returned fire after Taylor's boyfriend fired at them. The Louisville Police Department dismissed 3 of the 4 officers involved, and the city settled a $12 million lawsuit with Taylor's family. The officers were not charged. America is listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
This afternoon, partly sunny with a high 58. Clear to partly cloudy skies for tonight with a low 38. Cloudy and cooler tomorrow, breezy in the afternoon with a high 46. And Monday, cloudy and breezy with times of snow and rain and a high of 38. AccuWeather's Minutecast has expanded to 4 hours. Download the newly redesigned app today. I'm Gregory Patrick on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
Does it feel like your house is getting smaller every day? Like the walls are closing in around you? If you're like most people, you're spending more time at home working, entertaining friends and family, and even doing e-learning with the kids. What if you can improve your lifestyle by turning your unfinished basement into a whole new world? Hi, I'm Nick Richmond, proud founder of the area's largest basement finishing company, Matrix Basement Systems. We've finished over 6,000 basements, and every single space is unique. We tailor the design, the planning, and the build-out around your needs and your lifestyle. Whether you're in need of a home gym, a home office, a theater area for movie night, or a lower-level bar for entertaining friends on a weekend, we've got you covered. For you loyal AM 560 listeners, we're also offering 60 months of interest-free financing. That's right, 5 years of free money towards your long-overdue basement finishing project. Don't keep putting it off. You don't have to. It's time to get you and your family that extra living space you deserve. Check us out online at mymatrixbasement.com. That's mymatrixbasement.com.
Salem Surround Chicago is currently offering an exceptional opportunity for a digital-savvy, highly motivated sales professional to join our advertising team, selling our digital marketing solutions to local, small to medium-sized businesses. The ideal candidate will be a goal-oriented, relentless hunter, driven to win new business and have a track record exceeding monthly goals. As a media strategist, you'll be in the field every day, meeting with businesses, creating strategies to grow their business using our full portfolio of broadcast and digital marketing solutions. You should have at least 3 years of digital experience, proven success in sales, and a knowledge of how to buy digital ads for local businesses. We offer a competitive salary plus commission based on experience and full benefits package including paid holidays and vacation. Let's talk. Visit salemmedia.com and click on careers. salemmedia.com and click on careers to apply online. See how Salem is different. Salem Media Group is an equal opportunity employer.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Illinois Army National Guard. Aired by the Illinois Broadcasters Association and this station.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. I did not want that last segment to end. I did not want the last 2 segments to end from the last hour.
That was fire.
If you missed that, go to 560theanswer.com, click on the podcast, download Black and Right podcast. I think that first hour was a dynamite. It was an explosion, and I think you don't want to miss that. I'm so happy to have Patrick the Hitman Brutus in the studio, and Kay, the catastrophe
winding.
And my mind is open, as it said.
But that last caller, real
Open
quick
your
though, John. That last caller, I wanted to put a bookend on that last segment with Phil, and I think a lot of folks fall into the trap of examining racism only through the context of who has the power. But if you take away the race from the racism, you just have powerism.
Yeah, that's it.
And if you're going to have powerism, you're always going to have that dynamic, right?
That's true.
Because don't give me $1 million, I'm gonna act the fool, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hire all y'all, and we gonna go to Sizzler. That's it. But
wait. While you putting the real bank in your bank account,
okay.
But I just want to say this real quick.
Right.
I've said this time and time again on this show. America is no longer a racist country. We do have racists that still reside in this country, though.
That's true. That's true.
But I get the Coon and the Uncle Tom from that.
We got to power through that. But let me tell you who's got some power lately, who's been really exemplifying his reach to communicate a very powerful and necessary message is our next guest, Willie Preston from Chicago's very own South Side. Willie, how are you today?
I am doing excellent, brothers and sisters. How are you all?
We are great.
Hey, you missed the show, huh? Because you're right back in 2 weeks later.
Willie, you've been all over, literally all over. You've been on Fox. You've been on Fox Local. You've been on Newsmax. You've been in print. You've been doing your social media. You've been talking about a lot of issues in Chicago that I think a lot of people are needing to hear, right? And so, you've been all over the place talking about the important stuff, man. So, Willie, first of all, tell us how you're doing, what's going on, and then I want to do a rapid fire segment because I think, we want to hear more of what Willie thinks. I think more Willie TV is good TV. So, Willie, how are you doing? How's the family? Tell us what's going on real quick, and then we're going to go into a rapid fire with you because I think you got some good stuff.
Well, no, I'm doing very well. Thanks, brother, for those kind words. I think the only reason you said them because that's true.
No check involved?
Right. Wait a minute. Some of that stimulus money, hold on.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I haven't been stimulated yet. Uncle Joe hasn't treated me well yet. But at any rate, my family's doing well, and we've had an opportunity, as you put it, Patrick. Yes, I've had an excellent opportunity to be able to have an opportunity to speak about certain issues in Chicago, particularly the schools, which obviously very dear and important and personal to me because I'm a father of 6 children. I share with my wife, Brittany. And this is an issue that I'm going to always be concerned about. Quite frankly, I was concerned about it before I had children because it was really the schools that were the game changers for me. A young guy, middle of five children coming from Inglewood. We come from really humble background, and my mother and father did the best they could with what they had, which wasn't much ever. But it was the schools, right? They really gave me an opportunity to be able to express myself, to be able to shape my worldview, and it's giving me an opportunity to be a good citizen. And I want the same thing for the children here in Chicago.
And Willie,
I know we can do it.
Right, and you've got multiple children at multiple schools too. So you're a stakeholder not only in your community, but where those schools are and where your children attend, you're a stakeholder in those areas as well. And so unlike a lot of people, very few families have their kids spread out all over the city like you do. And so you've got an expansive view. So you can talk about that legitimately.
Right. And I have a high schooler that's on the farthest south side of Chicago as you can get in Mount Greenwood at Chas High School. I have a son, a high schooler that is at Walter Payton on the north side.
Wow.
So I have children that's in our local.
At Scott Joplin, that's right.
Scott Joplin.
I used to live over there.
It's winding is her alma mater.
That's
right.
And I'm a local school council. In there. And so, we're present everywhere that we can be. And it's not an issue in the city of money. And, I know people like to use this word so casually, equity and this sort of thing. It's not so much in this city of Chicago. We have money. We spend money. It's a question of, are we getting the bang for our buck?
Right.
So Willie, let me ask you. Yeah, Willie, let me ask you a question too. And I did cut you off there, so my apologies. But I wanted to connect because I heard you talk about this on Fox and Friends the other day when you were on with Aimsley
Get it right.
The Fox and Friends co-host that came to Chicago to interview you and a bunch of other panelists. You actually made a good connection between the lack of education and the crime rising element that's going on in our city. And I want you to kind of share that with the 560 audience today. What were some of your thoughts in regards to how our children are being susceptible to crime, being that, we're at home and all that? So share a little bit about that connection, Willie.
So it was the Chicago Police Department came out this week, a couple of days ago, and talked about 374 arrests on carjackings alone that have been made this year. This year alone.
Right.
We're still
in the first quarter. Right.
Wow.
Oh, absolutely. And 44% of those arrested were juveniles. Juveniles as young as 11 and 10 years old. What we have in the city is a setup right now where children, and I'm intentional with that word, set up. We have a setup in Chicago where children are starting to be able to go and play basketball and other sports, but aren't able to go inside that same building and get an education because of a large special interest group that are saying they want to continue to keep our schools closed. What I see is the CPD, let me back up a bit. The CPD also said that the main motivator of the carjackings are not a monetary interest, but joyriding.
Joyride.
Yeah, joyride.
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 You know how dangerous that is?
Yes.
For someone to have
12-year-old behind the wheel.
12-year-olds to have access. It exposes that we have children that have access to high-powered weaponry, very young children, teenage children, and they don't have access to go to get an education in the city of Chicago.
Hey, Willie.
A world-class city.
Hey, Willie, I don't know if you saw the video, but David Portnoy from Barstool Sports, he's here in Chicago right now. He was doing a pizza tasting.
Oh, I saw that.
In front, but initially he said, wait a minute, did somebody just get carjacked right in front of me?
Wow.
Yes,
yeah, it was a video.
Right there, right?
Yeah, I don't know what happened after that because I just saw the video.
I saw it. Yeah.
And it looked like there was a carjacking right while he was doing the pizza at I forget the name of the pizza place. But it's like, really? This is what's happening in broad day, and they're doing it in broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
In areas, and it's coming out towards where I'm at, DuPage County, Kendall County.
It's trickling out here.
It's trickling. You know why?
Yeah.
And if they really believe that police bill that passed, I'm sorry. I know. I read that bill a few times now.
Yeah.
I know it was intended to help Black and brown communities.
It's not.
But I fear it's going to hurt. I last week I spoke with Sergeant Rick. I better say it right. Nigro.
Nigro.
I spoke with him. He's the one that wrote the letter to Lori Lightfoot and Superintendent Brown about officers committing suicide.
Yeah.
He feels the same way. They fear what's going to happen in Black communities. But Willie, I want to say this real quick. I saw you out there cleaning up your block with your kids. I thought, what a great example you were setting. What motivated you to do that?
Well, it's the same thing that motivates me to do everything that I do in public, in the public arena, and it's just to make certain that we have self-pride, self-determination, and that we actually do for our own self. In this city, we have in my opinion, a very, very cancerous culture of saying we need help, we need this, we need that. And I don't think that we've taken enough time to look back and reflect and say, what is our job? What can we achieve on our own? And so that's what I'm trying to demonstrate with my family, my wife and my children. I'm saying, listen, I do believe that there's a role for government to play. I do. But I know that the government is not supposed to be the end-all, be-all. They're not our God. We have to do something for ourselves. So
Willie,
if I continue to get an opportunity, I'm going to demonstrate as best I can that we can do something together.
Yeah,
and we do something for ourselves.
And I think you're going to do it, Willie. We got like 20 seconds left. Tell us what's next. What's ahead as we wind down this segment.
So what's next is
where can we find you?
Well, I'm on social media. I'm primarily on Facebook, Willie Preston. And what we're going to focus on moving forward is how can we continue to clean up our communities? How can we address public safety in a responsible way? And how can we rein in the...
All right, thanks. Willie, we'll be looking for you. We've been listening to 560 Live, AM, The Answer. We'll be right back.
Ever wish you could hear Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson at some time other than in the morning? Well, now you can with Dan and Amy 24/7. Go to danandamy247.com or launch the AM 560 mobile app and click on Choose Stream in the bottom left-hand corner. Hey, now you can hear replays of Chicago's Morning Answer, the best of Dan and Amy, and the Dan Proft Show all day, every day on Dan and Amy 24/7.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I am 78 years old and have a bad back, bad knees, bad everything. If I didn't take Balance of Nature, I would be in bed all the time. It's allowed me to have better health, better mobility. I feel better. I just love it. I take it every day religiously. My brother takes it. His daughter takes it. It's really a blessing. It really is. So God bless you people. God bless the doctor. I am so appreciative.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code CHICAGO.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-500-5588. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-500-5588 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-500-5588 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-500-5588.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox, and a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to, but the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling, and you take him for a friend.
Those words were, I never thought I'd play. The words of Malcolm X himself.
Yes.
Hey, you tune back in to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio. But there's a question, Kay, that you and I posed during the break. Patrick, what was that voice?
Right. Where
what
are
voice
you,
was
Patrick?
that? That was the whitest voice I've ever heard.
You ain't black. We're going to need playback to confirm.
Come on, man. Show some RESPICT.
You're right. You're right, John. To open up this segment with Malcolm X, I think it's something that we really needed to hear and allow our listeners to hear, to listen to. One of the things I want to talk about right now is we live in a Democratic state. Mm-hmm. Illinois is a blue state. I'm in the city of Chicago, which is tremendously a Democratic city, county. I'm in Cook County. But we see, as Willie Preston has brought up in his piece, the segment he and Patrick just did, we have all this crime.
Yeah.
We have so much happening in our communities. It's like the Democratic Party, to me, I feel like it's an epic fail.
Yeah.
We're struggling.
Yeah.
So my question is, we just had Trump in office for years. Yeah. I know people don't like Trump. I voted for Trump. Yes, I did. Both times.
You came out of the closet.
I voted for Trump not because of personality, but because of policy.
Wait, did
that
you
was
just say
my
twice?
reason.
Twice.
Yes, 2016 and 2020, and I don't regret. And if
you in
he run
trouble.
in 2024, I will vote for him again.
Trifecta.
Yes.
Ooh.
But anyway, and
All
I am black. I am as black as a black woman can be, okay? So don't even question that.
That is true.
What?
She does put a little ripple in her.
Yes, I do. But one of the things I think we need to talk about as what's going on with the Illinois Republican Party.
Oh, boy.
Now, I saw them posted on 79th and Carpenter when there was a funeral shooting. They were there. They were talking. Where are they? I think this is one of the most epic times right now. If they want to take the governorship back, I think this is the time that the Illinois Republicans need to come out, and they need to be able to cross the aisles, and they need to start engaging black voters.
Yeah.
Like me, there are other black voters in Cook County
I got a
that
question for you.
voted for Trump.
I got a question for you.
ton.
Because I listen, there may be some that out there in the Republican world that may disagree with me, but I do think I want to give this new Don Tracy chairman a chance.
Okay.
Where I'm optimistic is I know Derek Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
He's the executive director of the Illinois Republican Party. Somebody that I know understands what you're saying, and has been trying to go and make inroads into these communities. This is Derek Murphy. I mean, I'm telling you.
Tell Murphy to call me.
I'll
Because
text
we
him
can
during the
do
break.
it.
I'll text
Yes,
him during the break.
we can hit Auburn, Gresham, Inglewood, because there's a lot of people that are suffering that are not happy with the Democratic Party. But you got to have something to appease for our vote. I'm tired of my people voting and not having an ask on the table
Come on, that's
for that
it.
vote,
That's
right?
it.
Everybody else does it.
Yes.
Well, I
So-
think the problem, Kate, you've brought up an excellent point. And I think the point that you
Come on, frustrated Democrat.
I mean,
We're gonna win you one day soon.
I was trying to sound more white, actually, but so I think the point that you're bringing up is that the Republicans aren't even competing.
Exactly.
Right.
They're not.
So you mentioned Auburn, Gresham, Englewood. These South Side, communities have Democrat aldermen, Democrat state reps and senators. They have a Democrat mayor, and they have Democratic congressmen representing them.
opposition.
Cook County
With no
commissioners.
opposition. With
No
no
oppositions.
opposition.
When you look at the general elections, they're like, all you have to do in Black Chicago is win the primary.
Right. And you
and
won.
and it's a layup all the way into the
Yes.
office. And so, like, you're asking for competition because, like you said, you voted for Trump twice, but you voted on policy.
That's right.
There needs to be a competition and a debate of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
As I get my finger pointer thumb, there must be a debate of ideas, and Black Chicago is not getting that debate for the ideas that would move the community in another way than where we are headed right now.
I listen. I'm going to shout out some names that I think you need to connect with. Devin Jones is he's a former military guy. This kid is. I'm telling you, he's putting in the work. He's not just saying things. He's actually putting in the work, boots to the ground.
Okay.
Philonise White, who did run against, was it Bobby or was she ran against Bobby? Philonise White. First, I think she was in the first congressional. So again, they are trying. The problem is, why is Kay Winding not out there? Why is Patrick Brutus the frustrated? No, I'm just kidding. Look, did you see her face? Did you see her face?
Did she roll her eyes?
She rolled it.
They could be trying, but it could be on a minimal ground. I think they need to come out a little bit further. You know what I'm saying?
So open the door.
The door is open.
Okay.
That's why I'm here saying, where are you guys at?
Okay.
Okay? Come on. I think J.B. Pritzker is running for re-election. We know that. There are so many things
He
that
should
he
lose.
has epically failed. He should lose. He should not be reelected. But if there's no opposition, he's going to win again. And I think we need what? Just take 15% of the vote from him? Is it 15 or 20%?
In Cook County, normally you win as a Republican. You win 20 to 22% of the Cook County vote. You win.
Right.
You win as a Republican.
You can steal that.
So that's what we need, a Republican to come on with it, and let's get this 22-25%.
Yeah. And now they're gubernatorial candidates. You have Darren Bailey that's running. You have Gary Rabine, who has not said it yet, but he's going to announce. Then you also have Paul Schempp, who's announced. Richard Porter is supposedly going to be announcing. So I mean, this is the message that you're basically saying to them. Illinois, specifically Cook County,
yes,
is ripe for the taking.
It's ripe, but you have to have a plan. See, don't come just talking about COVID-19. Yes, COVID-19 affected Cook County, especially the African American community, correct?
Yeah.
But you have to have something. What is it that you can offer the black community, and not just the black community, just say minorities, Hispanics, just the city of Chicago, because everyone is suffering. It's not just black people. I think whoever lives in the city of Chicago, Cook County, with all the carjackings, 374, we're all victims.
So, okay, in that, though, I think, what we need to see, right, is if there's going to be a uprising of Republican interest in the black vote.
Yeah.
Right? Because that 22% number is predominantly going to be from black voters.
Yeah.
That's where you have to steal if you're looking at Cook County.
Yeah.
What are the policy ideas that are
Exactly.
going to make a difference when we put them side
Taxing
by side?
policies are always one of the greatest things.
Right, but black people
Do they
don't
really
understand the
understand it,
taxing
though?
policies
Right.
as we were
Exactly.
hoodwinked into voting for a fair tax.
Right.
Exactly.
Not me, but a lot of my
Me neither.
friends, my neighbors. I saw signs all over my community.
All over.
Vote for the fair tax. I mean, like, thank
They
God
be
it
paid for
failed.
those
Yeah, we
But
would've-
the problem is that black people were out there being encouraged by black people who were on the payroll to vote for a tax that would
Just like
adversely
pastors.
impact them.
Yeah, the pastors.
Right?
Yes,
So,
they
like,
were.
what
Yeah.
policies are the Republicans who choose to make because Republicans don't always make that
They don't.
The
foray
school
into
choice,
these-
the school choice resonate in a place like Cook County.
It should.
Yeah.
It should.
Yeah. 50
Look
school
at the
closings.
look at the issues that the residents in Cook County are dealing with.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, as a politician, how can you make that better?
Yeah.
In what way? What can you contribute? What is your attribute? What can make us better and even consider voting for you? And that's how they have to come. You have to come. Don't just show up at a funeral shooting,
Right, I get
and
it.
then disappear.
Now I do know this because I've had talks with both of these two people.
Mhm.
I do know that Darren Bailey and Gary Rabine really are trying to figure out how to really permeate the black communities, the Latino community. I was about to say Latinx. I better not say that.
Don't say that.
But they really are. These
Can
are
you
two
unsay
candidates-
it? You just said it.
I did.
Unsay it. Rewind.
These
Okay.
are two candidates that I hate you both, you bums. That's a term of endearment for me, bum.
Oh,
But
it's okay.
But I do believe these two candidates, from what I've seen, the conversations I've had with them, who are trying to formulate a plan to attack basically what you're saying, Kay. So I love that.
I need them to call me, and we need to start.
I'll give you I'll get their phone numbers for you and get it around.
You're listening to Black and Right.
Hey, Jim and Don, stay on the line. We'll take your calls when we come back. You're listening to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. We'll be right back.
We know that you love Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson. And we know that you try to listen to them every morning. But we also know that some of you just aren't morning people. So we're excited to announce Dan and Amy 24/7. Yeah, now you can hear Dan and Amy all day, every day. Just go to danandamy247.com or launch the AM 560 mobile app and click on Choose Stream in the bottom left-hand corner. Never miss a moment of Dan and Amy with Dan and Amy 24/7.
Fox News, I'm Roger Stern.
Open schools!
Open school! Parents in Washington, D.C. calling on the city to reopen public schools. Meanwhile, Fox's Charles Watson tells us about a new report on school safety provided in part by the conservative-leaning American Enterprise Institute.
This report gathers data from 130 studies and concludes that COVID-19 transmission within schools is limited when precautions are in place.
The CDC says schools must have safety procedures. There's reaction today to President Biden calling on states to open up COVID vaccines to all adults beginning May 1st. Missouri's Republican Governor Mike Parson.
I think the main thing is you get the high-risk categories done. I do believe we can get that done by the first part of May.
Parson on Fox's Cavuto Live. America is listening to Fox News.
I'm David Hochberg. It's Saturday. You and your kids or grandkids are interested in purchasing a home. Your best option is to call Team Hochberg, your trusted local lender, for a free consultation. We're licensed in over 30 states, and we'll introduce you to a lender if you're moving to a state we're not licensed in. Team Hochberg has helped thousands of listeners, but we can't help if you don't call 855-56-DAVID or visit 56david.com. That's 855-563-2843 or visit 56david.com. Homeside Financial Legal Housing Lender, unless 112-4061. I'm David Hochberg. It's Saturday. Your debt hasn't magically disappeared, and you still haven't called us for a free consultation. You've heard the ads about how we've helped listeners pay off their debt and lower their monthly payments. So stop procrastinating. Call Team Hochberg now at 855-56-DAVID or visit 56david.com. Seriously, what are you waiting for? Team Hochberg has helped thousands of listeners, but we can't help if you don't call 855-563-2843 or visit 56david.com. Homeside Financial Legal Housing Lender, unless 112-4061.
Better sleep means a better you. That's why Mattress Firm came up with the Rest Assured Promise, featuring the best mattresses from America's best mattress brands. Like the Tempur-Breeze collection, available now, with a $300 instant gift good towards your choice of sleep accessories. Visit with our sleep experts in-store, online, or by phone to find the right bed for you. Only at Mattress Firm, America's #1 Tempur-Pedic retailer. Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. Valid at participating locations only. For offer details, visit mattressfirm.com/sale.
I'm Dr. Baker, an ER physician. If you're having leg pain, swelling, or redness, but haven't talked to your doctor yet, don't wait. This could be deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot which could travel to your lungs and lead to a pulmonary embolism, which could cause chest pain or discomfort or difficulty breathing and be deadly. Your symptoms could mean something serious, so don't wait. Talk to a doctor right away, by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Does it feel like your house is getting smaller every day? Like the walls are closing in around you? If you're like most people, you're spending more time at home working, entertaining friends and family, and even doing e-learning with the kids. What if you can improve your lifestyle by turning your unfinished basement into a whole new world? Hi, I'm Nick Richmond, proud founder of the area's largest basement finishing company, Matrix Basement Systems. We've finished over 6,000 basements, and every single space is unique. We tailor the design, the planning, and the build-out around your needs and your lifestyle. Whether you're in need of a home gym, a home office, a theater area for movie night, or a lower-level bar for entertaining friends on a weekend, we've got you covered. For you loyal AM 560 listeners, we're also offering 60 months of interest-free financing. That's right, 5 years of free money towards your long-overdue basement finishing project. Don't keep putting it off. You don't have to. It's time to get you and your family that extra living space you deserve. Check us out online at mymatrixbasement.com. That's mymatrixbasement.com.
Small businesses are the backbone of America, and there's a lot we can learn from them. Listen to Building America and hear some of the most successful business owners and entrepreneurs across the Midwest discuss their challenges, successes, and pursuit of the American dream. Join David Bolanos every Sunday afternoon at 4:30 as he dives into what it takes to achieve the American dream. Go online to buildingamericanow.com to learn more and request to be featured on the show. Building America, Sunday afternoons at 4:30 right here on AM 560, The Answer.
Already quit on your New Year's resolution? Jumpstart it now by contacting NJ Diet and lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days. Contractually guaranteed. NJ Diet uses your hair and saliva samples, along with their bioenergetic scans, to personalize natural solutions and supplements that will balance your hormones, where the side effect is weight loss. NJ Diet is all natural. No shots, no hormones, and no surgery. Available nationwide. Call them now, 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Or go to njdiet.com.
Back to Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with my good friend, pal, my buddy, Patrick the Hitman Brutus, and Kay the Catastrophe Winding.
Hello.
Wow, I'm excited, guys. I don't know if you guys heard that the ad that was just played, Matrix Home Solutions. I'm so happy to have those guys.
Yeah.
As sponsors.
Show's building, John.
Yeah, Hey, guess what, guys? This is John Anthony here. Let me tell you about my good friends at Matrix Home Solutions. They are a brand new sponsor of the show, and when it comes to top quality home improvement projects, no other company even comes close to Matrix. They focus on 4 major areas to increase the value of your home and your lifestyle: basement remodeling, bathroom transformations, garage custom flooring and storage, and energy saving solutions, solar solutions. Why put it off any longer? Now is the perfect time. From discussing ideas and making plans to the completed projects, Matrix is the premier choice for home renovation services, and they deliver an exceptional, professional, and hassle-free experience. Go to matrixhomesolutions.com to view project photo galleries, special financing options, and more. That's matrixhomesolutions.com. Tell them John Anthony sent you. matrixhomesolutions.com. Patrick, what are you going to do?
Man.
So, we know that the Illinois General Assembly just did a police reform bill, right? Did you guys hear that they wanted to make themselves conservatives of the peace?
John, the bill's trash. It's garbage.
Well, you know what? Guess what? I wanted to get somebody's opinion who I know will tell the truth. And won't. But no. I'm telling you, you've never sat down and had a conversation with State Representative Dan Calkins from the 101st House District. Representative, welcome to Black and Right for the first time.
Thank you. It's great to be here. And who's the hitman?
Hey, that's me. How you doing, Brap? How you doing?
Oh, man. Thank you. Listen, I didn't do it. I wasn't in town.
Representative, you know, every time we get together, we have some, we solve world problems, don't we?
Yes, sir.
So, Representative.
That's why, you bet.
What's this bill about?
I've got to be careful here.
What's this giving state representatives police powers? Does that mean they have to wear a camera? Because remember, they just passed a bill that says every police officer has to wear a camera now. So does that mean they'll have to wear it? When do they turn it off? When do they turn it on? Please do tell.
This amount of uncertainty. Representative Tarver introduced this bill or drafted it or whatever. I'm not sure how it came about. His name is on it.
Yeah.
And there's just so many parts of it that are completely unknown and unexplained. It boggles your mind. I mean, and this is exactly what's wrong with Springfield. You draft a bill and you run it through, and we'll see what it means later, and then we got to go to JCAR and get some kind of rules made that nobody gets to vote on. It's very frustrating, to say the least.
Yeah, Rep. Calkin, this is Patrick Brutus. I'm a frustrated Democrat,
yes,
so I understand that.
Oh, that's okay.
As a member on the other side of the aisle, by the Constitution, you're supposed to be in opposition to the bill that the governor signed. That still the ink isn't dry on it. But two questions for you. Now that John's point about members of the General Assembly also having police powers. First question: if this bill was enacted a couple years ago, would Cam Buckner have had to arrest himself? Number two. Don't laugh.
Let me move away. I don't want to get struck.
Don't laugh.
Wow.
Number two. Number two. The bill itself. It's like almost 900 pages of gobbledygook, and
gobbledygook.
I know you're supposed to be in opposition to the bill, but can you just tell the 560 audience and those listening live on YouTube and Facebook on John's personal social media page why the bill is not good for the citizen?
Well, we're talking about two things. You're talking about the Police Reform Act, the bill that's in the lame duck session. the 740 pages that were drafted overnight, that were presented in the Senate at 4 o'clock in the morning with 45 minutes of debate, and then sent over to the House. We were called into session, I think, at 10 o'clock after they decided that Representative Welch was going to be the new speaker. And we were given 45 minutes to discuss the bill.
Wow. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
My parents told me nothing good happens after 11.
Well, nothing good in Springfield happens after dark, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But, and there are things in that bill that I think could be very helpful. I think there are some positive things in that bill. If we had an opportunity to maybe iron out a couple, some of the issues, but to cram through in the lame duck session, 740 pages, 4 o'clock in the morning, first of all, it violates the spirit of the Constitution, which requires this. And they get around that by, they inserted in a bill that didn't, came out of committee, called for a vote. It's a bill.
Yeah. If you're just joining us, we're talking with State Representative Dan Calkins from the 101st Representative District. Representative, when I look at this bill, as somebody that was a former cop and a legislator and a former state legislator, I look at this and I can see how if you're a legislator and you have policing powers, how you can go after your enemies. Isn't that one of the unintended consequences of this bill?
Intended or not, you'll have to ask Representative Tarver.
Yeah.
Because he has, maybe an issue with the policing powers.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at all these bills that are coming through, his history. You've already talked about my friend Cam. And, would he have to arrest himself? I think
Patrick Brutus talked about that. Let's make that distinction.
That was the hitman. That was the
hitman.
Well, a hitman better bulk up because Representative Buckner is not a pushover.
That's true. I know him from my time when I was a cop in Champaign. Representative.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I won't go into that.
Representative, what do you got brewing? What's coming up? You got any bills that you're introducing this session?
I have several bills, some carry over, a couple of new bills. In response to the criminal justice reform bill requiring police to wear body cameras, there's going to be a fund set up for grants to help police departments pay for cameras and pay for the expense of maintaining all that video.
Yeah.
I have a bill that's going to prioritize those grants to communities less than 100,000 people.
Wow.
I have another bill that going to stop the minimum wage increase at $11 where we are now for 3 years. We're coming out of this terrible pandemic and small businesses are downstate.
Yeah.
Are hurt. That only applies to communities under 1 million counties.
Yeah.
Which is everybody but Cook.
That's right. Hey, Representative, thanks so much for joining Black and Right. When you guys come back, when you come up here, you got to come and sit in the seat with me. Is that fair?
Yes.
All right. Representative Dan Calkins, thanks so much.
Nice meeting you, State Rep.
Yeah. You're listening to Black and
Hi,
Right.
this is Carl Amari.
I'm Lisa Wolf. Join us every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. for all things entertainment on Hollywood 360.
If you love classic radio shows, The Shadow, Jack Benny, The Lone Ranger, Dragnet, Gunsmoke, and many more, we have them for you on Hollywood 360.
We'll also present trivia contests with prizes, showbiz news, celebrity interviews, games, and movie reviews.
So don't miss Hollywood 360 every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. on AM 560, The Answer.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I've been taking Balance of Nature for 3 months, and man, let me tell you, it is fantastic. I sleep better, I have more energy, my mind is clearer. The trick is the way you guys process it. The nutritive value in the fruits and vegetables stays because you guys are not putting it under any heat. Dr. Howard is a wonderful human being, and sooner or later, the rest of the world is going to catch on to the good things that Balance of Nature is doing, and a lot of people will get on the bandwagon.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Chicago.
Hi, it's Steve Cortez. By now, you've all heard me talk about MyPillow and how it's changed the way I sleep. You've probably seen the stories that some big box retailers are caving under pressure from progressives to take MyPillow products off their shelves. Well, for a limited time, Mike is offering his premium MyPillows. Yes, the ones that started it all for his lowest price ever. You can get a queen size premium MyPillow, regularly $69.98, now for only $29.98. That's a $40 savings. Folks, now is the time to buy. You can show your support for this great American company by ordering from MyPillow today. Don't let cancel culture win. $29.98 for a queen-size premium MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com and click on the radio listener square. You'll also find deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the Giza Dream bed sheets, MyPillow mattress toppers, and MyPillow towel sets. Or call 800-489-0201 and use the promo code STEVE.
MyPillow.com. Your business is ready for a reboot, a recharge. The way our companies operate has changed. The changes haven't been easy, but there's help. The marketing team at Salem Surround gives you the tools needed to stand out and be visible to current and potential customers online right now looking for what you do. We can design a plan that targets potential customers with proven marketing strategies. Learn more at surroundchicago.com. That's surroundchicago.com, connecting you with new customers.
We now return to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. Here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the hitman, Patrick Brutus himself.
The hitman is back.
Uh-oh. And Kay, the catastrophe winding.
I'm Patrick. I can't keep up with Patrick.
I
He's
know, right?
firing all types of shots. We're not going to get invited back
Nowhere.
here, Patrick.
No, you. Yeah,
Well-
you acting like Valon. I mean, you just throwing shots over the bow.
He belongs you, Patrick.
You got the troublemaker because he's a troublemaker.
Yeah, well, for those of you who are listening and not able to watch this live on Facebook or YouTube, I am protected by a plastic shield. That's probably why I have all this courage, because there's a plastic shield protecting me.
Okay, let's go to the phone lines. Jim, welcome back to Black and Right.
How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Jim.
In Honduras, look at you.
I'm a remote call from Honduras. I'm in San Pedro Sula this weekend, and the weather's nice, but the government here kind of does things in a lot of ways similar to Illinois. The way they're treating this COVID thing, the media has got everybody locked up in their homes and scared to death, and not to say that things don't happen, but what they do. They have this thing. It's called the toque de queda, which means like touch of the stay, which means you can't go out. Like up until just recently, they had everything locked down after like 8 o'clock at nighttime.
Wow.
So nobody could be out at nighttime after 8 o'clock. And of course, like one of the consequences, Spirit Airlines used to have nightly flights that would get in about 11 or 12, and those flights were always full.
So you don't fly out there.
People
you don't
get here.
You don't.
Well, I took American, but
Okay.
I'm just saying the night flights. After a certain time, those were all canceled while this is going on. It's really stupid.
Wow.
But besides that, it's just by shutting everything down, a lot of the restaurants, just like we're seeing these other democratically controlled areas, the restaurants are closed. There's actually a couple of Fridays here, and they're very good. Just like in the States, but the one right down the street from me, they're not going to be open.
So what's up?
Because there's been no business.
So what's up, Jim? Tell us
sorry?
what's on your mind.
Well, anyways, as far as the topic is concerned, I always tell my liberal friends in Chicago, as long as there's no competition for the black vote, don't expect things to change. Yeah. And that's been historically the case. It's 90% vote goes Democrat, the Republicans are racist, and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Don't complain. And now, of course, with your mention about the crime bill, one of the things that the FOP chief was talking about, the Italian guy, John, was saying now, let's say if you have like an Amazon an Amazon delivery sitting in your stoop and somebody takes it away, if you call the cops, they can basically write them a ticket.
Right.
It's almost like a non-arrestable offense, and other things like that. So you're going to see more crime occur.
That's true.
You're seeing all these, just like that district attorney out in L.A. More crime is going on. They're maybe going to recall him, but Kim Foxx doesn't do anything for the black community by having more crime around. And plus the schools being closed because of this pandemic, blah blah blah, where kids aren't affected anyway.
Yeah.
You're mentioned before, all these carjacking kids are 14, 15-year-old kids.
That's true.
Because they're sitting around and have nothing to do.
So, Jim, when you get back?
I'll be home by Tuesday night.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for calling, Jim.
Thank you. So I'll see you next weekend up at the event.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See you there. Oh man.
Crime's totally going to go up.
It's
going up now. It's crazy.
It.
And you know what? And it's not even summertime yet.
It's not.
And in the first quarter, the stats are off the roof, off the chain right now.
But one thing that we did not mention with the carjackings, we know now that the feds are involved.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if you all know this or not. I'm in Arbor and Gresham. Every night throughout the day, Homeland Security helicopter is flying around the community.
I heard those last night. I was like, what's going on?
And if you have the app, the Citizen app, it lets you know that they're up in the air and you can follow their route.
Wow. We're going to talk about that in this last segment. You listening to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. We'll be right back. Jim, thanks so much for sponsoring the show.
College basketball fans, the NCAA tournament is your favorite time of the year. Game-winning, buzzer-beating shots, Cinderella programs knocking off dynasty programs. The NCAA tournament is known for drama and inspiration. In recent years, one of the little-known inspiring stories was the rise of UConn's basketball program under Hall of Fame coach Jim Calhoun. Born to Lead is the newest film on Salem Now, showcasing the Jim Calhoun and UConn story. From losing his father at a young age, instantaneously becoming the man of his family as a teenager, to his rise through the coaching ranks and eventually leading UConn to 3 NCAA championships. Born to Lead features interviews with Mike Krzyzewski, Jim Boeheim, and former UConn and NBA superstars Richard Hamilton and Ray Allen. Get ready for this year's NCAA tournament by watching Born to Lead, available at salemnow.com. Don't miss Born to Lead at salemnow.com. Use the promo code Chicago for savings. That's promo code Chicago to save at salemnow.com.
Tell me why Relief Factor is so successful in lowering or eliminating pain. I'm often asked that question. Pete and Seth Talbot, the father and son founders of Relief Factor, tell me they believe our bodies were designed to heal. That's right, designed to heal, and now I agree. The doctors who formulated Relief Factor for Pete and Seth selected the 4 best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with inflammation. That's correct. Each of the 4 ingredients deal with inflammation on a different metabolic pathway. That right there. Approaching your pain from 4 different angles may very well be why so many Americans find such wonderful pain relief. If you have back pain, shoulder, neck, hip, knee, or foot pain from exercise or even just getting older, you must order the 3-week Quick Start now. Discounted to only $19.95 to see if it will work for you too. I think it could. Give your body what it needs to heal itself. Go to ReliefFactor.com. Call 800-500-8384. ReliefFactor.com.
Black and Right continues on AM 560. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560. Yes. Just had a problem with my headphones there. They were attacking me. Live in studio with my buddy Patrick the Hitman, Brutus, and Kay the Catastrophe winding. It's okay. When we went to break, you were talking about helicopters flying over Homeland?
Yes. So normally
It started.
in the city of Chicago, when there's a shooting or a carjacking, usually CPD has a helicopter. They have 2. So the helicopter's up in the air, and they're following the path of maybe whomever they're chasing, high-speed chase or whatever, a crime or shooting.
Like in the movies.
Like in the movies. Like Boys in the Hood. Like Boys in the Hood, right?
Knocking down
So
mailboxes.
now, within like the last 2 weeks, you get an alert that the helicopter's in the air. It's not always that there's police activity when they're up there. They're just flying around the community, and you can literally follow their path.
So they're being surveilled.
It's like they're being surveilled.
But it's
and
the
when-
Department of Homeland Security.
Well,
right.
They said, initially they said CPD, but I found out later, and I'm trying to confirm it. I'm trying to confirm it, that they said it is Homeland Security. But it makes sense because there's an article that came out actually back in January saying that the FBI is now getting involved with carjackings.
Wow.
So they're involved.
So
I
make
mean,
nothing plain view. If you're in your backyard, you're in your backyard. Make nothing plain view.
they're involved.
But remember now, this is the same Federal Bureau of Investigation
Mhm.
that still hasn't been able to solve the crime of who did it on
Against
January
Trump?
6th. So just keep that in mind, people.
Right.
Keep that in
Well,
mind.
That's not the Chicago feds, and we're dealing with the
Oh,
Chicago.
yeah.
But
Well, we do
we're-
got hey, shout out to the new brother who's leading Chicago.
Right, and we're dealing with feds who are doing stuff like RICO cases, thanks to Willie Preston or whatever, who helped get that renewed. When he did his little bill. But you have them; they're literally preparing. They're doing RICO cases behind closed doors. And when when the feds come forth,
Yeah.
they come prepared.
Yeah.
They're not
No, they're not.
guesstimating if you did
Well,
it or not.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
some of them are.
Yeah, well, some, but yeah.
Or they're not, or they're spying on
There is
presidents.
a new case, but we don't have time
Yes.
for that. But there is a case where they're trying to prosecute a young man who was a gunshot victim. In 2015, he was shot, and someone died. He didn't know the person, but a bystander died. And they're trying to give him 12 and a half years for contempt of court
What?
because he will not tell them who shot him. And he said that his life is in
How would-
danger. Yes.
How can they compel him to
Yes.
tell them who shot him?
Yes, it is currently happening right now. We don't
So-
have time to
wait,
go
we
into
don't
it.
have time for
but-
this. But I do want to know what's going on with sexual predators being dumped in Chicago.
So,
What's up with that?
So everyone, listeners, are probably heard about the release of Case. I think his name is Williams. He was released from IDOC. In 2006, he was arrested and charged for the murder of 20-month-old Courtney Keys. I might be saying her name wrong. I do apologize. All due respect. He was released. He went to Crystal Lake where his family reside. That's where he was released to McHenry. And the family started getting threats.
Didn't want him.
The
Yeah.
neighbors did not
Wow.
want him. And so they took him away, and he ended up in Inglewood. So the issue in Inglewood, I don't have...
So how many are in this one building?
So this one building, there is approximately 24.
In one building?
In one building.
Registered
And
ex-offenders.
registered sexual
Sexual-
predators,
Oh, my gosh.
24,
Wow.
and no one seems to not know that they existed.
Yeah.
There's 5 aldermen in Inglewood.
Wow.
No one knew. The mayor, haven't heard anything from her. The commander of that district police, he said
Well,
he didn't know.
No, no.
Yeah,
They're
and
notified.
I know. I
CPD
know.
is notified.
They have to be notified.
They have to register.
And then the governor.
Yeah.
Remember, people were whining, crying, asking for people to be released for COVID-19.
Yeah.
He released over 3,000. To where? Who
Wow.
are these 3,000?
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's a tough subject for another show. Kay, Patrick, thanks so much for joining me today. I want to thank Gabe Kaminsky for calling in, Willie Preston, State Representative Dan Calkins. Guys, I thought
And
this
Mary
was,
Miller.
And Mary Miller.
Congressman Mary
Citizen
Representative.
Representative Mary Miller. Guys, please follow them. Follow me at J. Anthony Speaks, Black and White Radio on YouTube and Facebook. Patrick, real quick, where can they follow you?
On Facebook, and please do not follow
Come
me
on,
home.
quickly. Confessions of
Confessions of a Frustrated Democrat.
Okay, real quick.
I'm on Facebook. And hello to my brand new grandbaby, Elijah Gianni Jones.
See you next week. Does it feel like your house is getting smaller every day? Like the walls are closing in around you? If you're like most people, you're spending more time at home working, entertaining friends and family, and even doing e-learning with the kids. What if you could improve your lifestyle by turning your unfinished basement into a whole new world? Hi, I'm Nick Richmond, proud founder of the area's largest basement finishing company, Matrix Basement Systems. We've finished over 6,000 basements, and every single space is unique. We tailor the design, the planning, and the build-out around your needs and your lifestyle. Whether you're in need of a home gym, a home office, a theater area for movie night, or a lower-level bar for entertaining friends on a weekend, we've got you covered. For you loyal AM 560 listeners, we're also offering 60 months of interest-free financing. That's right, 5 years of free money towards your long overdue basement finishing project. Don't keep putting it off. You don't have to. It's time to get you and your family that extra living space you deserve. Check us out online at mymatrixbasement.com. That's mymatrixbasement.com.
This is Chicago's election station, AM 560. The Answer, WIND, Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com on the AM 560 mobile app and radio.com.
News, I'm Roger Stern.
Open schools! Open schools!
Parents Parents in Washington, D.C., calling on the city to reopen public schools. Meanwhile, Fox's Charles Watson tells us about a new report on school safety provided in part by the conservative-leaning American Enterprise Institute.
This report gathers data from 130 studies and concludes that COVID-19 transmission within schools is limited when precautions are in place.
The CDC says schools must have safety procedures. There's reaction today to President Biden calling on states to open up COVID vaccines.